שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Page 10.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Temple Kilat Chaim. It's a little much, right? Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Temple Kilat Chaim. As we welcome in Shabbat, the Sabbath tonight, one quick bit of housekeeping. If you're not familiar with Jewish prayer books, they open correctly, which means right to left, following the Hebrew language. Especially like to welcome our guests this evening, friends and admirers of Leslie, who are here tonight to celebrate with her as we mark the completion of her service as Executive Director at JCRC, Jewish Community Relations Council of Atlanta. I'd like to include a welcome to those guests, JCRC board members, the Venerable Carol Maddox, Archdeacon of the Atlanta Diocese for the Episcopal Church, Professor Luther E. Smith of the Candler School of Theology at Emory University, Dr. John H. Vaughn, Executive Pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church, Reverend Cassandra A. Henderson, Executive Director of Interfaith Children's Movement, along with Joy Barra, and Dr. Kathy Harmon Christian, Executive Director of Georgians for Alternative to Death Penalty. Welcome guests who are here tonight to help us to honor Leslie on this special occasion. As well as my colleague, Rabbi Ellen Nemhauser, also of the JCRC board. I'd like to invite Rabbi Nemhauser to the bima now, who's going to be leading us in lighting our Shabbat candles. We are on page 2 in our prayer books, page 2.
Sharing a poem written by Rabbi Tamar El-Ad Applebaum and Shika Ibtissam Hamid, which was written shortly after 10/7 as they worked together for peace in the Holy Land. Let us light candles for peace, two mothers, one plea. Now more than ever during these days of so much crying, on the day that is sacred to both our religions, Friday, Sabbath Eve, let us light a candle in every home for peace, a candle to illumine our future face to face. Candle across borders, beyond fear, from our family homes and houses of worship. Let us light each other up. Let these candles be a lighthouse to our spirit until we all arrive at the sanctuary of peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'madlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. We have a minhag, a custom here at Temple Kilat Chaim, that as we enter into Shabbat on Friday evening, we're making the switch from our busy work week into this period of rest, this holy time when we can be together. And to help us to transition into Shabbat, we take a moment of quiet at the beginning of the service. It helps us to switch gears in our minds from the busyness of our lives, our work, our school, our errands, the tasks that we have to do, all that might burden us during the week. On Shabbat, on the Sabbath, we're able to, at least for a brief moment, not have some of those distractions. It's a period for us to rest, to become rejuvenated. We continue now with a moment of quiet as we transition in to Shabbat. We also have another custom here that we are a kahila. That's what Kehilat Chaim means. Kahila means community, community of life, Kehilat Chaim. And as a community, as we come together for Shabbat, as we come together, this is also our opportunity to check in with one another. And if anybody has anything significant going on in their lives, maybe something from the past week, maybe something you're anticipating in the week ahead, this is our opportunity to share with one another. So if anyone would like to share anything special or significant going on, I invite you to raise your hand and I'll come around the room. Leslie. Happy birthday to Cassie. Jim, is it your birthday? Happy birthday, Jim. Happy 29th. But you've been married for like 50, right? So, Tanya. So happy to hear that you're back on your feet and feeling good. That's great. Nelson. Bruchim Habayim, welcome back. Welcome, welcome.
Aw.
Yeah? Wonderful. All right, we are going to continue with our service, welcoming Shabbat on page 20 in our prayer. Page 20 and 21, we're going to be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we get to verse 9, our custom is at the very end of the song, verse 9, the last verse. At that time, our custom is that we rise and we face the entrance of the sanctuary as we symbolically welcome Shabbat. Page 20 and 21.
Shamo v'sako v'tibo echad ishmianu el hamichad Adonai echad u'shmo echad Shem u'tiferet v'litehila echadodi likakala v'nei Shabbat nikabala echadodi likakala v'nei Shabbat nikabala לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כמעט כל הברכה מראש מקדם לסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי באורך אורי 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 שיר ובערי כבוד אדוני אלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה Lechadodi Ikrakala B'nei Shabbat Kabbalah. Stand. Oi b'shalom noteret bala gam b'simcha u'tochola tokemune am zekula boi chala lechadodi ikrakala b'nei Shabbat Kabbalah lechadodi ikrakala b'nei Shabbat Kabbalah.
Please remain standing. We continue on page 26 in our prayer books with Chatzi Kaddish, page 26.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach yutei, be'omlik malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala, ubizman kariv, ve'imru.
Amen.
Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam Olam Me'almaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, Yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale, v'yitalal, Shmei T'Kudshah
Brichu.
Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata,
Tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma.
V'imru.
Amen. We continue on page 28 with the Baruch Hu, our invitation to worship.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamivorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamavorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamivorach le'olam va'ed.
Please be seated. We continue at the top of page 31. We read together. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars, creator of the tide of time and light. You guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Page 33 together, in the middle of the page. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Please rise. We continue on page 34 with the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod, Shem Kivod, unto your children. You shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, when you rise up, when you rise up. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand. They shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Please be seated. On page 40 is a song, Micha Mocha. This is the song that the Israelites sang when they were freed from Egypt. It's both a remembrance and celebration of what happened in the past, but it's not only that, it's also our hope and our prayer for the future as well. Redemption is not something that was achieved once upon a time to last for all time. It's something that we have to work for, that we have to pray for, that we have to be involved for going forward. Micha Mocha, our song of inspiration for freedom, page 40.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Bichamocha ba'elim Adonai, bichamocha nega b'kodesh. No atahilo don't sefele, no atahilo usefele. מלכותך ובניך בוקי הים, לפני משה וים. זה אלי אנו ואמרו, זה אלי אנו ואמרו. אדוני ימלוך לעולם. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נגע בקודש. נורא תהילו לא ספלה, נורא תהילו וספלה.
We flip the page to page 43 at the top. Our next song, our next prayer, Hashkivenu, asking for peace and shelter and protection. Page 43, Let There Be Love.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkiveinu, Leshalom, Ve'amidenu, Shomreinu Lechayim, Ufasaleinu, Sukat Shlomecha, Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom, Shalom, Hashkiveinu, and understanding among us, peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
On page 44 is Vishamru, our song thanking God for the weekend. Vishamru.
Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
Please rise. We continue with our Amidah on page 46.
Adonai sefata tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah.
Page 50.
Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol atah rav lechushia, morid hatah, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim verofeh cholim, umatzir asurim, umakayem emunat נתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
Page 52.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. We continue on page 55 in the middle of the page. We read together, page 55. Disturb us, Adonai. Ruffle us from our complacency. Make us dissatisfied with the peace of ignorance, the quietude which arises from a shunning of the horror, the defeat, the bitterness and the poverty, physical and spiritual, of humans. Shock us, Adonai. Deny to us the false Shabbat, which gives us the delusions of satisfaction amid a world of war and hatred. Wake us, O God, and shake us from the sweet and sad poignancies rendered by half-forgotten melodies and rubric prayers of yesteryears. Make us know that the border of the sanctuary is not the border of living, and the walls of your temples are not shelters from the winds of truth, justice, and reality. Disturb us, O God, and vex us. Let not your Shabbat be a day of torpor and slumber. Let it be a time to be stirred and spurred to action. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. On the next page, page 56, we continue with Ritzeh.
Let's say Adonai Eloheinu Be'amcha Yisrael U'tefilatam be'ahava tikabel ותהי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל ישראל עמך אל קרוב לכל כואב פניה עבדיך וחוננו שפוך רוחך עלינו ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון ברכה אמן ברוך אתה Adonai המחזיר שכינתו לציון לציון
We continue now with silent prayer.
Oh, say shalom, bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, amen. Oh, say shalom, b'rama, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen. Oh, say shalom, b'rama, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, amen. Oh, say shalom, b'rama, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, amen. Oh, say shalom, b'rama, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, amen. Oh, say shalom, b'rama, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, amen.
Amen. Our thoughts now turn to those who are not well, people who are hurt, or people who are sick. If anybody would like to share a name with us so that together we may hold them in our prayers, I invite you to raise your hand and I'll come around the room. Thank you. Thank you. Tom. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Tanya. Thank you. Thank you.
Not Russ.
Page 253 in our prayer books, we continue with our prayer for healing. Mishaberach Avotenu V'Imotenu, may God, who blessed our ancestors, bless and heal all those who are in need of healing. Bless them with the refuah shlema, complete healing of body and spirit. Blessed are you, God, who heals the sick. Amen. We join together in song, middle of page 253.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Nishebero imotenu, mikol habracha leotenu. Bless renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Amen. Many of us are here tonight both for Shabbat, but also to celebrate Leslie and her accomplishments at JCRC. We have a few people who are going to be sharing words from the Bima during the service. But for anybody, especially our guests, but members of our community as well, who might like to share a story or a memory or a thought after services, we'll be going to the social hall where there will be an oneg. And at that time, anybody who wishes to share a word or two will be invited to do so. But we do have a few people here tonight who would like to say something, and I'm going to take Rabbi's privilege of going first. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome.
Shabbat Shalom.
This week's Torah portion, we've got two of them. Torah, the book of Leviticus, we're reading, and there's two Torah portions this week, Achrei Mot and Kiddushim. These Torah portions from the book of Leviticus contain some of the most enduring ethical teachings in our tradition. We are commanded, Kiddushim tiyu ki kadosh ani Adonai Elohechem. You shall be holy, for I, the eternal your God, am holy. Holiness here, though, is not measured by ritual alone, but by how we live with others, with justice, with compassion, with honesty, and with integrity. We are told in this week's Torah portion, Kiddushim, to be holy, and it's described as to not stand idly by when our neighbor is in need. We are told to leave the corners of our fields for the poor and the stranger. We are told to love our neighbors as ourselves and to love the stranger, for we were strangers in the land of Egypt. In other words, according to our Torah, the book of Leviticus, holiness is not something we possess. It's something we create through our actions, our choices, and our commitments. And on this Shabbat, we recognize someone who has brought kind of holiness into our community, Leslie Anderson. Leslie is concluding her term as Executive Director of the Jewish Community Relations Council of Atlanta. And I could easily list all of her professional accomplishments. However, I want to focus tonight on something even deeper, the Jewish soul that has animated her work and the lifelong commitments that have shaped who she is. Leslie has represented the Jewish community, but that's not all. She fully lives within it. She is taught here at this temple, in our religious school, served on our board, sung in our choir, and studies right now Jewish texts with me, meaning her Judaism is not compartmentalized. It's foundational to who she is. I've seen her commitment up close on more than one occasion. Leslie and I, not once but twice, chaperoned our teens to Washington, D.C., the teens of this congregation, for the Litakein program, which means to repair, which is run by the Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism. This is a program that teaches teenagers how Jewish values and society come together, how to bring Jewish value into the world that we live in. Leslie brought her characteristic energy and thoughtfulness, helping the teens to reflect deeply on what it means to speak with a moral voice rooted in Jewish values. She helped them to see what she herself believed so strongly, that Judaism compels us to act in the world. Another powerful example, under Leslie's leadership, along with the leadership of JCRC board members, JCRC has hosted an annual Hunger Seder, an adaptation of the traditional Passover Seder that lifts up the moral urgency of addressing hunger in our communities. This is the kind of public Jewish ritual that speaks loudly, not only about what we remember happened in the past, but also about what we are responsible for in the present. I had the honor last year of officiating, and it was clear to everyone in the room that this was not just a program, it was a sacred act of speaking out for justice. And Leslie's leadership helped to make that happen. And then last year, last February, Leslie and I traveled to Israel together as part of a group of Atlanta Jewish leaders. That trip was filled with complexity. We were grappling with big questions, questions about peoplehood, democracy, identity, and hope, struggling with questions of war and peace and suffering. We met with Jews of every political stripe, Israeli leaders both inside and outside the government, Palestinians, and even the Catholic Cardinal Pizzaballa, who recently made news as a potential pope. Leslie brought to every conversation her intellect, her experience, and her care. It was clear, as it always is, that her connection to Israel is not only professional, but personal and spiritual. Leslie, your leadership has reflected the call of this week's Torah portion, Kiddushim. You have not stood idly by. You have worked to bring justice to our city and healing to our world. You have modeled what it means to pursue holiness, not with fanfare, but consistency, conviction, and grace. You have spoken on behalf of your people and are conscious. Our temple is proud of you, your community as well. May you go from strength to strength. Shabbat Shalom. That's actually technically the introduction. I'd like to invite forward now the Venerable Carol Maddox, Archdeacon and President of the Association of Episcopal Deacons, to share a few words with us.
Thank you, and thank you, Rabbi, for your hospitality and invitation. This is quite an honor to be here on behalf of my dear friend, Leslie. I live right down the street, and in addition to being Archdeacon for the diocese, I serve part-time at St. David's Episcopal Church, so I hope someday to extend this hospitality back at you. In fact, I first started in nonprofit work working for North Fulton Community Charities, not right up the street, in the, a long time ago, in the 1990s. And so I've worked in nonprofit work for a very long time. I've been part of institutional religious work for a good period of time too, after being ordained in 2006. And I have never met anyone with as big a heart as Leslie Anderson. I've met a lot of people who could pretend it, a lot of people who had a big heart and passion for different parts of our world, for different people, for their work, their family, but never have I met anyone whose heart encompasses others so completely as Leslie. Whether it's you, whether it's her family, whether it's her work, whether it's the people of the state of Georgia, the people of the United States, the people of the world, whether it's people she has no idea who they are, she greets them with love. And she's been an inspiration to me in that way. So when I got the idea of starting the Georgia Interfaith Public Policy Center, Leslie was the first person I went to. Have you ever had a friend that you knew you could discuss anything with, and one, they would tell you the truth, but they would tell it to you in love, and they would always have respect, whether or not they agreed with you. And unfortunately, in these times, some of us have maybe even thought we had that friend, and then discovered when we didn't agree with them all the time, we didn't have that friend. Well, Leslie is that kind of friend to me. I have been able to discuss anything with her and know that she will tell me the truth, that she will love me, and that she will respect my point of view, and vice versa. So she said she thought it was a great idea. So, great minds think alike, and so did ours in that moment. And so we started the Georgia Interfaith Public Policy Center, which I'm glad to say continues today under Wesley's leadership. And we have those, I'm sorry, goodness, those early days where Leslie and I would get in the car and drive across the state of Georgia to testify on behalf of previously incarcerated people, or we'd be all fangirl over meeting Lucy McBath, or we'd be applying for grants from the Presbyterians trying to get money to actually start this thing and get turned down, even though we thought we had the best business plan in the world. And yet her love, her encouragement kept us going. And eventually, we had a powerhouse of an organization that Leslie is still a part of. I know it's hard sometimes to start a new chapter in your life. I've had to do it myself recently. But it's exciting, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for you. Because you are such a gift, Leslie, to all of us, to this community. The prayer in this beautiful prayer book that we did earlier tonight, I just want to pray again with you, if that's okay. Because to me, this is not just Leslie, but Leslie and I's relationship. We will remain neighbors. We will remain friends. We will remain beloved children of God together. So let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up wanting to do your will. Amen, Leslie.
Thank you so much for sharing those words and memories with us. I'd like to invite forward now Jeff Willard. There you are, a member of the JCRC board, to share a few words. Jeff, there's a microphone over here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why don't you scoot over one? There you go.
Okay, we'll try again. Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and welcome. And we're pleased to be here tonight, really to celebrate a very special person, Leslie Anderson, and the work that she has done. As I reflect on Leslie's leadership at the JCRC of Atlanta, I am filled with a deep sense of both awe and admiration. She single-handedly leads the JCRC with no staff and no administrative support. She is co-founder and ex officio member of the Georgia Interfaith Public Policy Center and a past board member here at Temple Kilat Chaim. She's also active with other coalitions focused on fighting food insecurity, public safety, criminal justice reform, and stable, affordable housing. Tonight, we not only commemorate a remarkable career to date, but also highlight the transformative role that community relations plays in the quintessential Jewish concept of tikkun olam, the sacred task of repairing our broken world. She represents the JCRC in Jewish organizations and non-Jewish community organizations. Now, this is not an easy task because there is diverse opinions and beliefs in the Jewish community. And also, there is growing anti-Semitism in some secular organizations, which makes it really a real challenge. But her nature, however, is always to find the common thread that brings people together rather than divide them. I'm co-chair of Tzedek Georgia, a Reformed Jewish advocacy group that lobbies the Georgia legislature on social justice legislation. Leslie serves on our steering committee, and I often seek out her wise advice and counsel on our work at the Capitol. Proverbs 31 speaks of the attributes of a woman of valor. She stretches out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reaches forth her hands to the needy. As an example, Leslie has taken the responsibility to help a homeless woman to get her life back on track and find housing. This is valor and applied Judaism. Our sages instructed us, as well as the Torah, tzedek, tzedek, tirdof, justice, justice, shall you pursue. A decree that has long served as the foundation of the Jewish people's pursuit of what is right, what is fair, and what is just. I can think of no Jewish leader who embodies this concept more fully than Leslie. Leslie, thank you for all that you have done for the JCRC and for the Jewish community. Yasher Koach is a Hebrew idiom meaning good job, and it carries with it the hope that this mitzvah will give strength to carry on to future mitzvot. Leslie, you have done a great job. Yasher Koach. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. I'd like to invite forward now Harold Kurtz on behalf of the JCRC board.
Shabbat Shalom. Leslie Anderson has been the executive director of the Jewish Community Relations Council of Atlanta for over 7 years. Tonight, we celebrate her tireless work for the community, not just the Jewish community, but also the greater Atlanta community. Lois Frank and I approached Leslie over 7 years ago to consider her and then to advocate for her taking this job. We believed that we had found someone who could lead our community relations efforts. We could tell that she was very good with people, which has been a large part of this position. What Carol Maddox and Jeff Willard just described are two small portions of what Leslie has done in many parts of the community. There's several other folks here tonight who work with Leslie in the greater and the Jewish communities, and I hope a few of them will say a few words when we gather after services in the Oneg and share how Leslie worked with them. Leslie put so much of herself into this job that none of us can fully appreciate what she has been able to accomplish in many segments of the community. Leslie made important connections between Jews and between Jews and others in the community, Christians, Muslims, young, old, gay, straight, black, white, brown, yellow. What she was able to do was build bridges for 7 years. Her passion for people showed in so many ways. She drew out people's stories and told us that she was a good choice to lead much of our community work. And we are grateful for everything that she has accomplished. We are in the relationship business, and Leslie knows how to create relationships. Her background in journalism and psychology made for an interesting combination. She always knew how to be empathetic and how to make the stories of people she worked with come out in vivid color. Her wisdom and integrity were her classic traits, and those will always be a part of us as we continue down the road of community relations and communal accomplishments. As we go down the road, we hope that she will be with us at times to help out in ways large and small. Leslie now turns to another chapter of her life as she becomes the main caretaker for her brother, who will be making his way to Atlanta. As a small token of our appreciation, we have a gift. Leslie? The gift is a work of art, a Hamza by an Israeli artist with words from the poem A Woman of Valor. And the plaque says, Leslie Anderson, in appreciation for your leadership of and service to the Jewish Community Relations Council of Atlanta as Executive Director 2018 through 2025.
Well packaged.
Well packed.
I've got a scissors if that's helpful.
Here you go. Here, got it? If we have 4 children, I'd be better at destroying boxes. Oh, wow. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Holy cow. So Leslie, we present this to you again in appreciation for your leadership of and service to the JCRC of Atlanta 2018 to 2022. Yashikoa.
Thank you
Mazel tov.
so much.
Don't go anywhere. We can display this very momentarily right here. Right here. Where it was always meant to be. We present Leslie Anderson to share a few words with us.
Okay, well, I actually attempted to write something for tonight and ended up at urgent care helping a homeless woman trying to find housing. And then, of course, I left my notes at my seat because, as any of you know who know me, I have a really big heart but I'm really bad at organization. And so I am going to speak from my heart because that's where I sit most of the time. I hope my mascara is not smeared because I've been crying this entire day, this entire evening, from a place of gratitude and appreciation and real love for my community here. First of all, I want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you to all of you who are here tonight and to the rabbi for putting on such a wonderful and beautiful and touching event. I feel humbled by this honor. And I'm really kind of not sure what to do about it. I'm not comfortable with that, but I'm really deeply grateful. So not only do I feel honored by your presence and by your care, I feel really honored to be in spirit and to do God's work with you. For those of you who know me, I know Jewish community relations carries a wide range of ways of being in the world and connecting, political, relationally, etc. And our community is very diverse in how it shows up Jewishly. But one thing that's always been incredibly important to me is faith. And I deeply respect and love being in faithful spaces with people of not only faith but goodwill and who want to repair the world, not just with me, but with each other and with God. And it is I firmly believe that we are stronger together. We may have our differences. I have got, about lots and lots of things, whether it's religion, whether it's Israel, whether it's politics and what partisanship we are, how we solve problems. But I actually think we share more than that. I think we often share a why to get divided over the how, and we forget the why. And I want to say thank you to Carol and to Wesley, Myrick, who's here, and to Kathy, Harmon Christian, and to Cassandra over there, and to John for all of my partners, both inside and outside the Jewish community, my board, and all of them through the years, for your dedication to that willingness to meet me, to work together, to work to be stronger, to work towards that bigger why of repairing our world, even if our hows don't always align. Because ultimately that's what we come back to, because that's what relationships are, is that you walk together in relationship, because no one said it was going to be easy. But that's why you're in relationship, is so that you can work through those challenges together and to embrace the power that you do share within the context of what you believe and what you value. I know I'm rambling, so I'm going to stop because I'm way off my notes. And I just am really, because I've been taken, your words have touched me so deeply. And I just feel so incredibly blessed to be in this community and in community with you, all of you, each of you, in your own way, and everything that you bring to my life, and to the life of our community and making it better. So I don't think taking care of my brother is going to be nearly as much fun as being able to go out and do all the stuff I've done at JCRC, but I also know I'm not going away. I will continue to be engaged as a lay leader, and I will continue to support our Jewish community and our relationships outside the Jewish community to continue to make those bridges wider and stronger. And I hope you all will join me in doing so as well. So, thank you. I don't like. Shabbat shalom.
Before I let you return to your seat, all of you can be seated. I'd like to invite Rabbi Nemhauser to return to the bima so that we can offer you a blessing. Exactly. So I normally introduce this as this is the blessing that we're about to offer to Leslie. This blessing is called the priestly blessing. It was first offered by Aaron, the first high priest of Israel, the brother of Moses and Miriam. It's been passed down for thousands of years. It's typically given to entire communities of people. On special occasions, it's given to individuals. On really special occasions, it's given to individuals by 2 rabbis and a student cantor as well. So Kira, join us over here, please.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless and keep you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. May God's face be lifted up to you. May God grant you the blessing of shalom. Ken yehi ratzon, so may it be God's will. Together we all say, Amen. I think we have a couple of announcements. And representing our temple board tonight, Michael Heldman.
These have got to be the shortest announcements I've ever seen. Shabbat Shalom, I'm Michael Heldman. Debbie Orst and I are tonight's representatives. Next Friday night is our baccalaureate service honoring our graduating seniors. Please join us. After the service, please return your prayer books to me and join us in the social hall for Oneg. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
There you go, Shabbat Shalom. And remember, at Oneg, you'll have the opportunity to share some words about Leslie for anyone who wishes to do so. We continue in our prayer books on page 282 at the bottom of the page. We're going straight from 282 to 287. Please rise. Page 282, we continue with Aleinu.
Aleinu leshabeach la'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
We continue in our prayer books. Page 288. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 294. We are in a period of mourning our congregation for Ali Soreski, for Roberta Malavenda, and for Norm Rose. And forgive me in all the shuffle up here. I don't seem to have on me my complete Kaddish list of anniversaries of people who have passed. So I will ask if you are remembering someone at this time who passed away either recently or at this time in years past and you'd like to say their name out loud. I invite you to do so as I come around the room. Thank you. I'm sorry? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Page 294, Mourner's Kaddish. Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agala ubizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mevorach leolam almei almaya. Yitzbarach v'ishtabach v'tzba'ar v'tromam v'yitznaseh. Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shmei Kedusha, Brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran dalma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael, V'imru, amen. Please be seated. Zichronam livracha. May their memories be for a blessing. We continue on page 5 in our prayer books, page 5, with Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho ve'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lama'aseh v'reishit כי הוא יום תחילה למקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן.
Amen.
המוציא לחם מן הארץ, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together, as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam,
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
All right, our closing song this evening, sprinkled around the sanctuary. You'll find these binders, our song lyrics book. Our closing song is on page 15. It's called Olam Chesed Yibaneh. We will build this world from love. It's based off a line from Psalms, but Rabbi Menachem Creditor put it to music almost immediately after September 11th. He looked at a broken world and he prayed and he used the words from the Psalms to compose this song, looking forward to the sort of world that he hoped that we could build together, a world built from love.
Olam chesed yibaneh, yadadai, 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 yadadai. 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 I will build this world from love. Yadadai, 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 yadadai. And you must build this world from love. Yadadai, yadadai, yadadai. And if we build this world from love, yadadai, 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 yadadai. And God will build this world from love. Yadadai, 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 yadadai. Olam chesed yibaneh. Yadadai, 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 yadadai. Olam chesed yibaneh. Yadadai, 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 yadadai.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Everyone's welcome to join us in the social hall for oneg for treats. Shabbat Shalom.